In April, Congressman Mike Waltz, a West Point graduate, made public examples of the Corps of Cadets being mandated to attend seminars and presentations on critical race theory. They included what he believed to be inflammatory lessons and presentations that are detrimental to the mission and morale of the U.S. Army. Let's take a look.
I just want to emphasize something. This isn't something that we're raising. This came to me from cadets, from families, from soldiers, with their alarm and their concern at how divisive this type of teaching is that is rooted in Marxism, that classifies people along class lines, an entire race of people as oppressor and oppressed. I cannot think of anything more divisive and more destructive to unit morale. I want to be very clear. The military needs to be open to all Americans. Absolutely. That is the strength of the United States military. But once we're in, we bleed green and our skin color is camouflage. We're worried about that American flag on our shoulder. That's the only thing our enemies are worried about.
So as a result of that, Judicial Watch requested all records related to diversity, inclusion, and equity training for first-year cadets entering West Point. When the United States Military Academy failed to respond, Judicial Watch filed a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit against the Department of Defense for all records related to diversity, inclusion, and equity training for those first-year cadets. We'll have a link to that in the show notes. One piece of information that's been obtained by Judicial Watch is a presentation slide which depicted a lecture by Dr. Carol Anderson of Emory University with the title, Understanding Whiteness and White Rage. Well, I don't know this for sure. I'm guessing that the good doctor is one of those people that would sit down with a troubled student and explain to them how unique and special they are, and then proclaim to the masses how they are racial automatons, each inherently programmed by the box they're in. Your thoughts, George?
Yeah, so this one gets me, Jack. So we've been talking a lot about critical race theory and how it's been infecting really every part of our society. And it seems like it's everywhere to us all right now, like it just all of a sudden popped up everywhere. But it's important for everyone to understand this has been going on for decades, And I'm going to, I'm going to cover this, in more detail in different stuff. But as far as CRT is concerned, but on this particular issue, keep in mind, right? This is the military, right? So we've been talking about, in previous episodes, the recruiting, right? They have these woke videos that they're using for recruiting. You're looking at those videos, you're laughing because it's just silly when compared to actual what a military video should look like, right? And we put it up next to a Chinese propaganda military recruitment video and a Russian one, and a lot of other channels did that, as well after the fact, but not that they took it from us. I think everybody just had the same idea, like, what do we look like compared to everyone else? And then you look at the things like the purging, right? So they're trying to remove you. You've got this situation with this doctor who's teaching that the Republican Party is an extremist platform, is a white extremist platform. And this was the case we were trying to make when we were talking about the purge. Because they've got that new term that they've coined, right? Which you can get, by the way, on our website under that episode. I forget the exact episode it was, but you'll see it, Military Purge. They coined the term patriot extremism, right? And it pretty much describes, with the exception of the last sentence, it describes pretty much every single conservative in America. And to the average American who was not indoctrinated into this nonsense, it seems like it's all coming from everywhere right now. But really, it's just been infecting each one of these institutions for God knows how long. And now it's been exposed. So the light shines on it. So now you see all those cockroaches that were around. You see them all now. And it seems like, where the hell did they all come from? Well, they were always there. The lights were just turned off.